And we are live. We are back, guys. We're gonna get it. Jeez, we're gonna get into it in just a minute. Get into Dalton Smith, the whole this little screwdriver. Dalton Smith, the whole card. Good card, high level card. I'm gonna let all you guys bleed in, everyone fill in a little bit, and then we'll get into it. But look, no one's perfect. Boxing Bookie did not have his best week. That's for sure. Boxing Bookie was not on point for sure. I'll be back. There's a pro box card on Wednesday. I'm gonna get your money back on that, and then moving into Friday and Saturday. There's a ton of big fights this week. We're gonna make a ton of money this week. You know, just 2-2 this week. We down a little this week, and it's it is one of those things. You take the good with the good, you take the bad with the bad. I wouldn't expect that. Sandy Ryan, I thought that fight for sure was going the distance. I Hatton, I thought was going to be good enough to get the win. I thought if he just stepped on the gas and outworked his man, he win enough rounds. He was not off the front foot enough. He wasn't throwing enough punches. He wasn't putting enough pressure on, and he lost. He lost. I had it a little closer. I had it 6-4. The judges had it 8-2, and then the other had it, with a bunch of even rounds and stuff. It was a good fight, entertaining fight, but just didn't get it. My bad, y'all. My bad. The other two cards we hit, we got Dalton Smith right, and we got Troy. We got Ishmael Davis right. Yeah, Rocket. Yeah, Rocket. My bad, man. I'm gonna get y'all back. There's a Wednesday card. Rocky said he lost money on Hatton. It's all good though. That's my bad, Rocket. I'm gonna get y'all back. I'm just talking about that. I thought Hatton would do better. I thought Hatton would apply more pressure. And he's sloppy and he's defensively flawed and his head is still. But I thought he would just throw enough and outwork his man and out hustle his man and just land enough shots to win. And he wasn't off the front foot. He wasn't he wasn't applying enough pressure and it can't show. But there's a pro box card on Wednesday. My personal homeboy Omar Juarez is on the card, so I'm gonna get you guys your money back on that. And then next week there's a ton of money. We're gonna make some money next week. There's a ton of money to be made next week. I didn't like this lock of the week. I didn't like this week's action because it was slim pickings. There wasn't a bunch of fights on. There was a Friday night card in Ohio, wherever that was, but the odds and everything was like minus 2,500. And I put Bell on it. It's like I don't feel great about this. And then today's card is really all we had, and these were a bunch of 50-50 fights. And the one thing I really liked was Sandy Ryan and Terry Harper going the distance, and that didn't go the distance. And I was like, okay, well Troy Williamson was going to lose. Not even that Ishmael Davis is going to win. Troy Williams is going to lose. I hit that one. But the rest of it, man. I appreciate that, Rocky. You're a good champ. You're my boy. We'll get him back. Not every week is a W. We'll get him back. And I obviously feel terrible. I lost y'all some money. That's not what I do. We're gonna get it all back, and it'll start on Wednesday, and it'll carry over to Friday. There's a Friday card in Arizona, which I'll be at Oscar Valdez. Good card, so we'll make money on that, and then there's the Saturday cards, and we're gonna be in great shape. I'm gonna show you how to make a lot of money this week. But yeah, that card didn't go as I had hoped as I anticipated. But let's get into it a little bit. First, in the main event, Dalton Smith. I have one of my guys, one of my Patreons. Getting a little worried about Dalton Smith. Dalton Smith is going to lose, and I was like, Dalton Smith's not going to lose. We're good. I mean, Zepeda's a good fighter. Zepeda 5 years ago, the Zepeda of 5 years ago mops the floor with Dalton Smith. Mops the floor with him. But it's not the same Zepeda. Zepeda's a little shot, he's still crafty, he's still good, he's still difficult to figure out, he still carries pop, but he's shot. He's worn, right? And he's just not the same fighter. And yeah, he was doing pretty well for the first couple of rounds, but you can see he was starting to fade. And Dalton Smith can hit. And when that happened, I figured, Dalton Smith was going to win his fight. He was either going to beat him up, but he hit him with that body shot and put him out. I thought he was either gonna just win round after round, and Zepeda was able to hang around, but he got him out. So I was never worried that Dalton Smith wasn't going to win that fight. Yes, Zepeda did look good, but you could see, he's a little shot and he was starting to fade. And I was like, okay, well, Dalton Smith is too young and he's too much for him. I feel Rolly Romero is going to cause an upset. Zepeda will retire now. I hope Zepeda retires. The thing is, he's not that old in years. He's just old in the sense he's like 33, I want to say. So he's not like really old. But he's old in the sense that he's been in so many wars. He's been in so many tough fights. He's been in so many great fights that he's just shot. He's not the fighter that he used to be. And this is life. So I hope Rocket is right. I hope Rocket is. I hope he does retire because he had a good career, fun fighter. He's not going to get to a world title. He's going to come up short of that. He's one of the best fighters I can remember not to win a world title. But he's ultimately not going to get to a world title. But really good career, really fun fighter. You guys, I'm going to get into all this fight. I'm probably going to do a video tonight because I don't got a whole lot going on. There's no boxing on tonight. So I'm going to watch my Texas Longhorns. They start in about 35 minutes. I'm going to check that game out. Then I'm going to get right back to the grind. And I'm going to work on getting y'all your money back because I feel terrible. I don't miss on my locks like this. I'm just 2-2 this week. We lost money on, obviously, the Hatton fight. We lost all our money. We lost a little bit of our money on the Sandy Ryan fight. I picked Sandy Ryan to win. I also picked her to the over. And obviously it didn't go over. I think the over-under was 8.5. I took the over. That didn't happen. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I'm going to get you your money back. And my Patreons, I'm going to get you guys another lock. I'm going to get you guys a lock on Wednesday. I'm going to get you a midweek lock and a lock for the end of the week. So a Saturday and a midweek lock. So the Wednesday, Friday fights, I'm going to get you a lock and a Saturday fight too. And we're going to make your money back. Like I said, I don't lose money. I feel terrible for what I did. Again, I didn't even lose y'all that much money. I went 2-2 this week, but that's not good enough. Like, I'm not making excuses. What I did was not good. Rocket says he would retire if he didn't. He said he would retire if he didn't win. Sorry about Zepeda. He should. But Rock, you know how these guys are. They'll retire and then they'll get that itch again in 6 months. They'll need to scratch it and they'll be back in the ring. So I hope he does. I like Zepeda. I'm a big fan. I want to see him enjoy the rest of his life. Blue Collar says, hey, I got wrecked on live betting. I know, man. Live betting is the devil in disguise. But if you got wrecked on the live betting, had you placed a bet prior? Like, was the live betting a hedge against your original bet? Or, like, were you just live betting and there was no bet before the fight? Because live betting is tough. And that's why I did not want to live bet on the Hatton fight. Now, my boy was smart and did it. But I'm like, I think Hatton may get a bogus decision. Like, I don't want to start betting on Flint to get the decision, and then they hand in a totally bogus score. And I really thought going to the cards that we were going to get either a draw or Hatton was going to get a split decision win. I really thought we were going to get a bogus decision. That's why I was like, I don't know if I would start live betting the other way. Like, unless you think Flint's going to knock him out and Flint can't punch, like, I don't know, man. Like, Hatton is a money fighter. It's the A side. He's the legend's son. I don't know. I wouldn't. And, my boy actually live bet on him instead. And he was smart to do it. So good for him. But I was like, yeah, Hatton's losing. There's no question Hatton's losing. But I don't know, man. Like, we've seen weirder things when it comes to A sides. My boy Muscles Brown. We win some, we lose some, G. I don't want to lose money. I don't want to lose any, though. Muscle, like, it's like the Kobe thing. I want to win all 82 games. I don't want to lose. Like, and when I lose, I feel bad because I lost y'all money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to lose y'all money. It's like, I understand no one's perfect, but I need to be the next best thing. So I need to get better. I need to get back in the lab. I will. Again, we start on Wednesday. I'll have videos out. I'm going to try to do a video today for you guys. And, like, let's just get back to work. Like, I just need to get back to work on this. You hit more than you don't. Like I told you earlier, I know but I want to hit on everything. I want to bat 1,000. You know. Yeah, I hit on live bet on Ishmael Davis. I won 2K on it. Yeah, there you go. Live betting can be good, but it can also be a trap. Like, I'm not against live betting, right? Like, I'm not, especially if you had placed a bet prior and now you're live betting to kind of get your money back. I think it's a good tool. I think live betting is a good tool, but you know, the Hatton fight, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I think Hatton's gonna get this by robbery. I think Hatton's gonna get a bogus decision. That's why I was like, I don't know, man. Everybody smash the like button. Yeah. Can everybody smash the like button for me? Like, subscribe. Patreon's in the description. Get you a lock of the week. I'm gonna get you 2 locks this week. Let's make some money. Let's get our money back. Let's make a killing. Let's do this. This week didn't go right. You know, if you watched all my videos, I went 2-2, and you know, prior to that, I was 14-3, or something like that over the last 5 weeks. 2-2 is not acceptable for me. 3-1 is not acceptable for me. I know I got to be better than this. You know, I claim to be the best in the world at this, and I need to do better than what I did this week. Muscles Brown says, "Facts is that's why I like it." Absolutely, Muscles Brown. Appreciate everyone showing up. First off, Dalton Smith. Let's get into the card a little bit. You know, I'm gonna get you guys your money back. That's goal 1, 2, and 3 this week is to get you guys your money back, and then, you know, over the top again. You know, I want you guys comfortably in the black. I want you guys comfortably in the black, and I want you have a second source of income betting on a sport of boxing. That's how you get interest in the sport, by betting on it. Muscles Brown, what we doing with Emiliano Vargas next week, and we going for KO TKO prop. I'm gonna get into all of it. I'm gonna. That's a Friday night fight. So if you guys want me to do that fight, I can break down that fight. Emiliano Vargas, you know, off the top of my head, I would imagine he's gonna get a stoppage, but we'll look into that prop. I'll do that video. I'm gonna do 2 videos this weekend. I'm gonna do a video Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll do a live reaction Wednesday, and I'm going to try to get you guys out as much content as I can before I leave for Arizona for the Valdez fight. Dalton is nice. Dalton is nice, Octo. Dalton is nice. I still think Peter O'Leary that fought last weekend. What's his name? Frank Warren's 140-pounder. I think he's better. But Dalton is nice. Dalton's a good fighter, especially for a Brit. We got your back. I'm not retreating. I appreciate that, Rocket. I appreciate the support. We're going to make you money. We're going to get you back. We're going to get it all back. Sounds good. The support from y'all is great. I really do appreciate the support. I really love these British cards because they end, and it's not that late. And then, you know, like I said, I got my Longhorns game coming up in about a half hour. I really like these British cards the time they end in the U.S. Like it's nice. It's like an afternoon box, like a day game. It's nice. What do we think the ceiling on Dalton Smith is? I want to see how much everyone's going to look. This was a good performance. This is a pro, but like, let me put this out there: Dalton Smith versus Richardson Hitchens. Who wins? Richardson Hitchens and Dalton Smith. Who we got? I know who I got in that fight. And Dalton Smith is my boy. I talked to him. I interviewed him. He was friends with Sonny Edwards. They're in the same camp. They're cool and they're tight. And I got to interview him, and he's a really cool dude. But I want to know what y'all think. Richardson Hitchens and Dalton Smith, if they fought next, who y'all got? I want to put that in the chat. But it was good. That was a really high level performance from Dalton Smith. You can see he was patient. He was calm. And then, you know, as Zepeda was starting the fade, he just put the pressure on, hit him with that body shot, and that's all she wrote. It's a perfectly placed body shot, by the way. I've said Dalton Smith is a good fighter. You know, Zepeda is a really good fighter. He's just a little bit past it. You know, if this was Zepeda from 5 years ago, Zepeda mops the floors with him, but it's not. It's Zepeda of today. And Dalton Smith has enough to beat Zepeda of today. So I'm interested in seeing what he does next. The text, yellow goal is keep going. More money is coming. Of course, Rocket. Of course. Yeah, I agree, Blue Car. I think Richardson Hitchens takes him apart too. I think Richardson Hitchens takes him to school. But I wanted to see what y'all thought. We with you. We know you're getting us back, G. Scared money don't make money. You're right. You're right about that. And there's one thing. Look, you take calculated risk. You make smart bets, but there's risk involved. There's nothing in life. Anyone who gambles knows there's no guarantees in life. Nothing in life is guaranteed, right? Like I could walk outside and get hit by a bus crossing the street. It doesn't scare me from crossing the street. I'm still going to cross the street, but I am going to look both ways. And that's how you need to bet, right? You need to bet and you need to go out there and you need to cross the street, but you need to look both ways before you do. Yeah, everyone. Okay, I wanted to see if everyone was going to overreact to this knockout. It was a good knockout. I'm not. Dalton Smith is a good fighter. I just wanted to see if people were going to go overboard with it. People were going to OD on it. But yeah, no, Richardson Hitchens definitely beats Dalton Smith. I'm glad we're all in line. We're all on the same train of thought there. I want to ask this one: Pierce O'Leary, who fought last week, versus Dalton Smith. Who we like in that? I know that's not going to happen. One guy's a Frank Warren fighter. One guy's an Eddie Hearn prospect. It's not going to happen. But Pierce O'Leary from Ireland, Dalton Smith. Who's the best across the pond 140-pounder? They're kind of like Pierce O'Leary in that too. But that's a lot closer. What about the Cuban, Kevin Brown? Right, the 140-pound Cuban, Kevin Brown versus Dalton Smith. Could Dalton Smith beat him? 140 is really, really a tough division. Dalton Smith versus Rolly. Is Dalton Smith ready for Rolly? I know we're going to see more of Rolly in the near future, but someone like that. Could Dalton Smith handle someone like that? I like O'Leary. I do too. It's not any shade on Dalton Smith. It's really not. Dalton Smith's a good fighter with a good upside. But 140 is a tough division. I think there are better prospects. I think there are better prospects at 140 than Dalton Smith. And I like Dalton Smith. It's just, it's just wrong. Devin beats them all. Yeah, Rocket. Devin beats everybody at 140. Yeah, I would agree with that. At 140, Devin fills out. He's still, he's strong at 140. I think it's his best weight. Devin's going to be hard to beat at 140. Devin's going to be real hard to beat at 140. He's going to be real. And that's why when he was saying he wanted to go to 147 and fight Barrios, I was like, yeah, he could win that fight, but like, why? 140 is his best weight class. Barrios isn't some huge mega fight worth $100 million. So why do it? Just stay at your weight class and beat the guys in your weight class because he can beat them all. And there's plenty of names for him to beat at 140. Devin is different. Devin's skills, it's his approach, it's his ring IQ. Devin was built for this, man. Some people are just made to do things. I said this about Joe Burrow playing quarterback, right? Like Joe Burrow was just built to play quarterback. Devin was built to box, man. Like he's just gonna at 140, he's just gonna box circles around people. And I mean, you're gonna see him throwing shutouts. Like Hopkins in his prime at 160, just winning everything, 12-0, 12-0, 12-0. No one wins around with him. And I think, depending on the level of competition, now 140 now is tougher than Hopkins at 160. But Devin's going to barely lose rounds. Like I kind of like what Shakur Stevenson did prior to his last fight. It's the DH era right now, to be honest. It's the dream. It's the dream era. Rocket says, and he's getting better with time. Yeah, we forget he's only he's 24, 25. Like Devin is just about to hit his physical prime. Him and Bam Rodriguez. Like they've been a part of the conversation for a long time, but we forget how young they are. Devin's going to be a problem for a long time. Like Devin's going to be a real problem for a long time. Exactly, and he's learning from every fight. That's the trouble for everyone he goes against. He gets better. Yeah, if you were the coach, and I understand he's training his dad, right? But Devin Haney is the guy you'd want. He gets better. He fixes something every single fight, right? Like I'm going to make a basketball. Jalen Brunson on the Knicks gets better. He gets noticeably better in one aspect of his game every single offseason, right? It's exactly what you want in a young player. Devin Haney is exactly what you want in a young fighter. He fixes something. He gets better at something. He improves noticeably at something every single fight. So, Yeah, Devin's going to be around at the top of the pound for pound conversation for many years to come. Super dedicated to his craft. Yeah, Rocket, he is. He's a craftsman. He shows it all the time. He's absolutely dedicated to his craft. He's a top notch, high level fighter, and his dad and him have that relationship, which a lot of father and sons don't in boxing. And he just listens to everything his dad says. He's like a sponge, and you can see it. He gets better every single time out. Muscle says, "Don't be surprised if Dev gets to. He can start getting. Yeah, no, I think he can definitely KO Ryan. Ryan's one of those guys where I don't want to say he's got a questionable heart because he got up off the canvas against Cool Hand Luke, but you got knocked down by Luke Campbell. That's A, and B is it's Luke Campbell, right? Like Devin could get a stoppage over time. Like Devin doesn't get a ton of stoppage, but like if you listen to Progray's like he's not a huge hitter, but he's got like surprising little power. Like it catches you by surprise. His power is better than you think. And Ryan might have a questionable chin and he might have a questionable heart. We can say what we want about Ryan, but we know that Ryan quit in the tank fight. He told Joe Goosen that he could have got up, but he hurt his ribs and he didn't want to continue fighting. The camera picked it up. Like there's no denying it. So he did quit in that fight. Devin Hitchens is going to be a chess match. Yeah. See, and that's my thing. It's a great fight. Like I think Richard Hitchens is amazing. I favor Haney because it's going to be hard to beat Haney in chess. But I mean, first, Hitchens is now a free agent. His deal with Matchroom is up, and like that's a boring fight to the general fan, to the casual fan. Hitchens versus Dev is a boring fight. I'm not, I think it's a great fight. I would personally love to see it. I don't know if the casual fight fans are going to love that fight. Oh, that is a great fight. Rocket says, I used to train with Luke Campbell and Jorge Rubio. Did you really? Where about? With who? Like who was the trainer in that gym? That's awesome, Rocket. Muscles Brown said, yep, that's how I have the fight with Hitchens. I see it like 7-5 type fight for Dev. Yeah. Hitchens is going to give him problems. Hitchens is going to win round. Richard Hitchens is going to win rounds too. And he's a master boxer. It's like beating Devin Haney in high-speed chess, man, is I think you got to bring the fight to him. But when you do that, you walk into shots. It's just I don't really know right now the blueprint to beat Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? If you get super aggressive and you try to muscle him up, he's going to catch you. And he's big. He's strong too. Like he's not a little 140 pounder. He's not. He's physically strong. He's getting stronger. He's gifted. He's got surprising pop. Dev's going to be a handful. I can't read this name, bro. How did you come up with that Hatton fight? I mean, Hatton is worse than I thought, obviously. I said in the video, I don't think Hatton was particularly good. I thought Hatton lost the fight. I had it 6-4. I had it 4-4 going into the last two rounds, and I thought Flint won the last two rounds. Both those fighters are trash. Both those fighters are garbage. I thought all Campbell had to do was go forward. Go forward. You see Flint, and if you go back and you watch his last fight, he's willing to fight off the back foot, but he's not any good at it. Right? So just put the pressure on him, throw shots. You're going to land more meaningful shots because you're the bigger hitter and you're coming forward. He's going to land a couple of pot shots off of you. You're going to get him in the corner, get him in the ropes, and once you get him in the ropes, just work, and win the fight like that. And Hatton didn't do it. Hatton was going backwards at times, just standing in the center of the ring. He had to just go forward. Flint can't hurt you. Flint has no power. You can walk through his shots, get him into the corner, and just outwork him, out-hustle him, out-muscle him. Make the judges score the rounds for you. So I thought like that was how he was going to do it. Like he was going to win ugly. He was going to win, like a bull in a china shop kind of thing. And he just didn't do it. Dev versus Shakur, a boring fight. And I got Dev beating him too. Shakur's the other one. Right now they're in different weight classes, 135 and 140. But yeah, that's the problem with that. I don't know. Like I had Shakur winning, but now I don't know about that. Like Shakur's tough, man. Shakur's amazing craftsman too. I don't know. Like that would take a lot of prayer, and a lot of tape to come up with a winner on that fight. I mean, that's a 50-50 fight. Made 3K today. I'm cooking these casinos. Campbell is a fucking dumpster truck. One more round, he would have been finished. Yeah. You could see after that 7th round, 8th round or so, he really started to fade. Also, that body shot froze the pedal like a damn mannequin. Yeah. Both things are true. If this was an 8-rounder, I had the fight even. 10 rounds, Hatton clearly faded. He clearly faded. And boy needs better conditioning. He needs some of Canelo's Mexican beef, the carne asada Canelo eats. But that's true. What's your film study method? All right, so I watch each fight, or at least major parts of it, 3 times. So I'm gonna pick 3 fights to film study. Either their most recent 3 fights or 3 fights where they're fighting someone with a single style, with a similar style to the opponent that they're fighting. Okay, so I watch it once through. Just watch the fight through. Make notes. Then I'll watch it a second time. What does he do offensively? Just watch everything that fighter does offensively. Then I watch it a third time. How does he respond defensively? And then I do that for each fighter. So what have I watched? About 18 fights. That's what I'm saying. Each video I do, I'm putting in 5 or 6 hours of work on each video. Now, I may not watch all the fights through all 3 times because you get the hint of it. And you can see their habits. You can see their trends. But I'm watching each fight 3 times. And I'm watching usually three fights from each fighter. And sometimes with these smaller fighters, these B-sides, it's a little tough because they don't have that many fights on YouTube or on Daily Motion. So it's a little more difficult. But you can usually do it. If you search hard enough, you can find it. But that's what I do. I watch it 3 times. I just watch the fight as you would when you're watching on TV. And then I get into scouting them offensively and defensively. And Rocket was talking about training with Campbell and Jorge Rubio. Jorge Rubio gym on Hollandale in Miami, Florida. Gym isn't there anymore. Jorge is a kangaroo boxing gym. And I don't know how to – I know that. I've seen that city before. Halea? I don't really know how to say it. With Roberto Valdez in Miami. Okay, cool. I didn't realize that you were from Miami. That's cool, Rocket. That's cool. Is Luke Campbell still in the gym? I mean, he's retired now, but is he still in the gym in Miami? Does he live there? I like Luke Campbell. I thought he had good skills. Obviously, an Olympian, good fighter, good skills. Just at the highest level, he just didn't have the athleticism and natural gifts to get through, and he came up a little short. But Luke Campbell, as far as a craftsman, as far as a skilled fighter, he had really, really good skills. He was a good fighter. Yeah, I appreciate it. That's a dope film study method, Muscle Brands. It's how I watch every fight. So when someone says I haven't done my homework, no, I've done my homework. Each video takes me about 5 or 6 hours to get through, and so no, I've done my homework on the fights. Glendale, are British fighters finally starting to get good? Are these dudes finally evolving? Some. A lot of them still have this. I don't want to call it an amateur style to be insulting, but they look like they're just trying to score a point, like Luke Campbell. Like they're not trying to really bite down and grind and get you out and finish a fight. They look like, they're just trying to score points. Just get points. Like an amateur style, just get points, score some shots. They're not really setting things up. They're not landing a ton of big shots. They're just looking to score. And like, this is what I always told Eddie Hearn, right? Like Texas fighters, they're going to come and they're going to try to break your ribs. They're going to try to hurt you. So you have guys who are just trying to score points and they're skilled and they're good. But then you have guys who are equally skilled and equally as talented who are trying to hurt you. They're trying to break your ribs, right? Like, Gilbert Arenas made this analogy when he's talking about who is more difficult to guard, Kyrie Irving or Allen Iverson. And he said it's not even close, right? It's Allen Iverson. It's like you're talking about Kyrie. Skills and moves are one thing, and it's hard to defend. But when you have a guy who is trying to give you 50, trying to put 50 on you every single night, it just wears you out. And that's, I'm making that analogy to boxing, right? These Texas fighters, these Mexican fighters, they're equally as skilled, but they're trying to break you. They're trying to wear you down and get you out. They're not just showing off their skill. They're trying to beat you down. And that's ultimately the difference, right? Like then Josh Warrington or Luke Campbell. It's not that these fighters aren't good. They're very good. But they're trying to get style points, and the other guy's trying to break you in half. Like, it's different. Sometimes he comes to Miami. Luke Campbell is talking about the train with Jorge Rubio. They are still good friends. That's awesome. That's awesome. Glendale says, I'm not going to lie. I've been favoring Usyk to win for many months. If you remember, but I seen some white hairs on Usyk, and Fury looks ripped. What's your thoughts on these recent events? I'm still leaning towards Fury. I mean, I'm still leaning towards Usyk. I have to at this point, right? Like, I've been on the Usyk hype train since he was a cruiserweight. I was saying he's going to go to the heavyweight division and run through the heavyweight division. He's going to beat all those names. He didn't get Wilder. That's not going to happen now because Wilder's shot. And I think Wilder may lose to Zhang. But I'm still sticking with Usyk. Until further notice, I'm sticking with Usyk. But I'm saying it. And I want to know, I saw that picture too, Glenn. You think that picture's doctored? You think that's like Photoshopped picture? You think that's an AI picture of Fury, like a ripped Fury? You know, girls do that. Like girls will get the AI and they'll take a picture of them and it'll make it look like a sexy lingerie model. Did Fury do the male version of that? I don't know. I highly question whether or not Tyson Fury, who drinks Coca-Cola every day, looks like that. I don't know. I'm questioning. Yeah, I'm still favoring Usyk. I'm going to stay with Usyk. Yeah, no, Troy Williamson sucks. He got that knockout win over Cheeseman, and it's a good win. It's a really, really good win. But I don't know, man. Troy Williamson sucks. Like, I don't think that highly of Ismail Davis. I think he's fun. I think he's entertaining. But I think he's too one-dimensional, and he doesn't jab enough. I'm talking about at the highest level. And he beat him pretty convincingly, pretty clearly. So, yeah, Troy Williamson is done. I don't see the appeal in Troy Williamson, other than the Cheeseman knockout, which was great. Like, he usually looks like trash. I think it might be an older pick from a very good angle. Maybe. Glenn, we're talking about the Fury picture where Fury's jacked and ripped in it. I don't know, man. I'm skeptical of that picture. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It could be real. It could be. But yeah. I want to get into this comment from Rocket because I'm with them. I have a funny feeling Fedora will win against him. I know, and I'm fitting to stay away from the spotlight. I want to stay away from the spotlight. The over is difficult. The under, that's difficult. Who's going to win? Like, everything in this is 50-50. I can almost guarantee you this. The Fedora Tim Tszyu fight will not be a part of my lock of the week. I don't think that's going to be the case. That thing is so difficult to judge, man. But let me know what you guys think. That fight, I think I like the under. But Tim Tszyu is tough as nails. I like the fight to end by knockout. You know, that's not going to be part of the lock of the week. That is a really, really hard fight to bet. Really hard fight to bet. Yeah, Fedora was beating Brian until he got caught. He got caught, though. And, you know, Teddy Atlas used to always say, tall buildings are easy to fight. There's so many windows. Just start throwing, and you'll just start throwing rocks at it, and you'll crack some windows. You got him on the chin. You know, bigger body, bigger target. Just throwing rocks at glass buildings, big buildings. You'll break something. Glendale, 2 inside fighters. My first thought is Tim wins, but Fedora favors an inside fight. I don't think I'm touching this fight at all. Both sides KO value is shit unless you fully believe in Fedora. I would advise my boy Glenn to stay away. Now, I'm going to do a video on it. I'm going to be on the record. I'm going to make a pick, and I'm probably going to get it right. But I'm not going to have a ton of confidence in that pick. Just like I didn't love this lock of the week, but it was slim pickings this week. There wasn't a whole lot of boxing on this week. So I got an obligation to y'all to make y'all money. And I'll be back next week, and we'll do better next week. Need videos on a whole PBC card. I'm going to get out as many as I can. I'm going to get out as many as I can. I know you're going to want that's going this fight. I know some of you are going to want Sinisa Estrada. I'm going to try to get out a card for the Pro Box card. I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to get you guys out, but it takes time. Like I said, each video is taking me 5 or 6 hours to do. So I'm going to put in the hours. I'm going to grind. You guys want more videos? Y'all want more videos? This is what y'all need to do. I'm going to put the link in the description. Oh, my bad. Join the Patreon. A lot of you are. I know Octo is. I know a lot of y'all. Join the Patreon. Just $5 a month. Goes a long way. Helps me make these videos full time. If you guys want all these videos, $5 a month. Get 100 of your friends. Everyone, 100 of your friends. $5 a month. Let's make money together. Let's bring down the house together. But yeah, these videos take me a long time. That's why I really, really appreciate the support. I put a lot of work. I put a lot of work into these videos. Here's. Can y'all see this? This is just one page of scouting report on Ishmael. Y'all really can't see that, the light. But this is just Ishmael Davis. So I put a lot of work into this. You're funny, 3D, with staying away from the fight like Joshua and Francis. Yeah. Oh, it's one of the good guys in the boxing world. UK Rob Boxing. Looking good, Gary. Thank you, Rob. It's been a while. Rob, text me outside of the group chat. I want to ask you a question. I want to talk to you. I want to bring something back. Text me tomorrow. I know it's late your time. Whatever. Text me. You have my number. I want to talk to you, Rob. And thank you, Rob, for joining my stream. UK Rob, one of the OGs, one of the good guys. Glendale says Campbell Hatton got beat up by an Amish guy with 15% KO ratio. Yeah, if that guy could hit at all, Hatton would have been flattened early in that fight. He got hit with so many shots, but let me read the rest. Campbell Hatton got beat up by an Amish guy with a 15% KO ratio who just got his boxing license from the Amish government. That's the quote of the day right there. That is the quote of the day right there. Guy was trash, man. And he beat the shit out of him. Okay, Rob. Of course, Rob. Appreciate that, Rob. Appreciate that. All right. I got my Longhorns game starting in a couple minutes. I'm gonna wrap up this stream. We're going for almost 40 minutes. Guys, one more comment here from my boy Muscles Brown. It's going to set up Zoo to win. It's going to be set up for Zoo to win, though, Triple J. Probably. They got a lot of money and a lot of behind Zoo. Maybe. But, like, if dude gets knocked out, he gets knocked out. There's nothing you can do about that. If it goes the distance, though. If it goes the distance, I definitely like Zoo. But, like, either guy could get knocked out here. My first kind of inkling is, yeah, Zoo's going to win. And Zoo's going to get a close decision. Hatton at least got to have earned some. Rob, look, yes, Hatton showed a ton of heart. And it was a really fun fight. It was a competitive, fun fight. But, like, it's Ricky Hatton's kid. So he's always going to be comped to Ricky Hatton, whether that's fair or not, and it's not, right? Because two things. If he wasn't Ricky Hatton's kid, we wouldn't comp him to Ricky Hatton. We also wouldn't be watching him. He also wouldn't be fighting on TV if he wasn't Ricky Hatton's kid. And yes, he showed a lot of heart. It's a fun fight. And so I give him a check. He fought like hell, right? Like, it looked like at times that he may get stopped, but he fought super hard. And it was a fun fight. So I give him all respect. But at the same time, when you're going to fight that high on a major card, on a matchroom card with all these eyes on it, you're going to get criticism for your lack of skill. and like I can give him all the credit in the world for having a ton of heart and putting on a good fight, and I will. And then I'm going to say, as a fighter, he's got way too many weaknesses. That's true. No disrespect for Hatton. Yeah, total respect to him for the way that he fought. 100%. I'm with you, G. I'm staying away from that fight. Smart move. Yeah, the photographer. I mean, that's a tough fight, man. It's really. That's not your like. Oh, that's not my like a week, man. That thing is so hard to bet. Good fight though. Should be fun. Fedor causes the upset. I like it. I'm not saying I'm gonna agree with you. I'm not gonna say I bet that. Um, oh yeah, the Golden Boy card too, man. Friday is loaded. Gilberto versus Arson is coming up too. Sure is. Sure is. Of course, the name is a curse. He wouldn't be on TV. Plenty to work on as always. It's a curse and a blessing. He's getting paid. He's making more money, but he's going to get unfair criticism too, right? Sandy is a beast. She is going to be a lot to handle for anyone at 147. She's going to be a lot to handle for anyone at 147. Like she's beast mode. She's good. I mean, she's flawed and she's kind of slow, but like you can't deal with her. Like you can't. Like she's like just a force to be reckoned with. Like an offensive force. I agree. Like she's just going to be tough to beat. You look at her and you can see flaws and say, okay, let's exploit this, and then she just manhandles you. Like she's going to be tough. See, I got Sandy. She's too big and strong. Like Michaela Mayer is small to start with. Like Michaela Mayer is not a big girl. I've met her personally a couple of times. Like she's too small. She may have moments because she's really skilled and crafty and she's fairly athletic, but eventually Sandy's just going to wear her down. I got Sandy. Michaela Mayer should be fighting in smaller weight classes, but I got Sandy. Rob, who you got? Rob, who you got, Sandy or Mayer? Gee, you following the diet plan I sent you? I haven't started yet. I'll talk to you. I'm going to start it. I'm still doing the carnivore thing, and I want to talk to you. It's been a super busy week. I'm gonna obviously, guys, check out Muscle Brown's Instagram page. This guy is a physical specimen to say the least, and he sent me a diet plan. So I'm gonna follow the diet plan. I've been doing this carnivore thing. I'm stuck on it. It's working really well for me, but obviously I had you send it to me for a reason. I'm gonna try your diet plan for sure. Same here. Sandy made me some good money on one. One thing I didn't expect was an early. Exactly, man. I thought they could have let the fight go on. Terry Harper is a world-class fighter. She's at the highest level, and she was losing, and she was getting beaten down. But you didn't have to stop it. Like, let her fight. Let her go out on her shield. You know, she's a world-level fighter. Let her fight. That's all I'm saying. You going to? I mean, the plan right now. Yeah, the plan. I haven't got my ticket yet, but I haven't. You're going to that fight next month. I got my ticket. I'm going to try to. That's the plan right now. I'm coming in from Texas, so I'm gonna try to make it to that fight for sure. Still can't believe that they robbed Sandy in the McCaskill fight. Yeah, no, it was. I'm a huge McCaskill fan, but yeah, no, Sandy definitely won that. I like Mayer, but I like Michaela Mayer. She's good, but Sandy's a force. She's a beast. Harper not been the same since Alicia turned the battle button off. I guess. I mean, she's not. She doesn't look good. If I was the corner, I wouldn't have stopped it though. I don't know. I mean, she was taking a lot of big shots. She was, but like, let her go out on her shield. I mean, she's a top. She's not a stepping stone opponent with 15 losses, right? She's not a gatekeeper. She's a world class fighter. Let her go out on her shield. All right, guys. I'm gonna end this stream now. I'll be going on 45 minutes. I appreciate it, guys. Join the Patreon. Good luck of the week. ask to book anything, get the free T-shirt. All right. Well, now I gotta stay. Now I got these guys rolling in. King Will says Campbell Hatton is a bum. He's not his Ricky Hatton Jr. Little Ricky Hatton. He's not. He's not cut from the same cloth his father's cut from, as far as skills go. As far as heart and toughness, it was impressive for a rich kid. Dalton Smith is the truth. All right, Matt. Dalton Smith is the truth. Let me ask you this: Dalton Smith versus Richardson Hitchens. Matt, who you got? Ducking Dalton Smith. Dalton Smith versus Richardson Hitchens. Who you got, Matt? Dalton Smith beats Tio. Let's not go crazy, Matt. Let's not go wild. Let's start with Richardson Hitchens. Okay. All right. You stand alone on that, but okay. Dalton Smith. Dalton Smith versus Omar Juarez. Dalton Smith versus Omar Juarez, Matt. Who you got? Juarez dog walks him. UK Hour is back. The whole tribe, the whole group, me, UK Rob, and Matt. I'm missing the jump off of the Longhorns game to have this little reunion. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I got Rob. I got Matt in the stream. Life doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't. This is a blessing. Matt is talking nonsense about Dalton Smith. Here, Rob, I'll put this one out for you too. Dalton Smith, Pierce O'Leary. Who you got if they fought next? I understand they're not going to, because one is a Frank Warren guy and one's an Eddie Hearn guy. But hypothetically, Frank Warren, Pierce O'Leary, Dalton Smith. Who you got? I'm tearing up. It's emotional, Rob. It's okay. You got Dalton. I knew you were going to say that. And my guess is that if that fight happened, which I understand it's not going to, is that Dalton would be a betting favorite. And then we would make money on Pierce O'Leary. Earn with Hearn. Oh, Dalton would make the most money, that's for sure. I just don't think he'd win the fight. Whatever you want to say about Eddie Hearn, you can have whatever opinion you want on Eddie Hearn, and it's all warranted. He's the best promoter in boxing. He is. Like, he's not even close. He's the best promoter in boxing. He's doing a great job. All right, y'all. Almost an hour. Got my Longhorns game on. I got the whole tribe here. It's as good as it gets. I appreciate everyone showing up. Follow me, all forms social media, 3D Boxing, 3D Boxing Blog. Join the Patreon. The link is in the description. It is March 23rd, 2024. From Texas to the world, thank you and God bless.